Hey everybody, it is Miss Gooding, and I'm here to talk to you about Sherman's March to the Sea, which took place toward the end of the Civil War, and it took place between November 15th and December 21st of 1864. First of all, who was William Sherman? So William Sherman, Sherman's March to the Sea was named after him, was a Union Army general. He was born in 1820 and died in 1891, and he was a very successful, innovative military general. He had a lot of very unique approaches, and he was pretty ruthless. He was very highly respected by Abraham Lincoln and by Ulysses S. Grant, and so he was chosen for this mission. He did play a crucial role in a lot of different parts of the Civil War, but specifically, Sherman's March to the Sea was probably one of the most significant events that led to the end of the Civil War. There were quite a few different objectives for this mission that he was sent on. And so some of the objectives, of course, the first one was to end the Civil War. It was also an objective to cut off Confederate supplies and to demoralize the South. And so the Confederate supplies, such as food, ammunition, materials, goods, whatever it could have been, were supposed to be limited, or the mode of transportation of getting these items across the South was supposed to be destroyed by Sherman's March to the Sea. Sherman also set up a total war approach during this time period, and total war means anything in his path was going to be destroyed, whether it was civilian or not. And also had the scorched earth approach, in that anything that he touched would either be burned, broken, destroyed. And so it was a really ruthless 285 miles. So you will see on this map that Sherman's March to the Sea, it started in Atlanta and it ended in Savannah. And so they traveled 285 miles, scorching earth, total war, and they pretty much devastated this area. And cities like large parts of Atlanta and of Savannah were destroyed, as well as places in between. And significant damage was put upon not only cities, but villages, farms. Things were completely burned down to the ground. And it had a huge psychological effect on the people and on the military, but it also was very strategic and incredibly intelligent to kind of focus in on this particular area. I will talk about the railroad system in just a second, but their goal was to destroy all sorts of transportation, communication, modes of being able to deliver goods and items at all. Here are some pictures and some drawings of this event, and you will see that, places are being burned, civilians are probably being attacked, and it was incredibly devastating to that area. So one of the things that Sherman put on his list of to-do during this march to the sea was to destroy the railroad system in the South. And so what Sherman and his troops did is, once they were in an area where there were railroads, they pulled them up. And they took the railway and the rails themselves, heated them up over fires, and then bent them around trees so that the Confederate soldiers could not put the railroad back together. And this was incredibly successful. And so really there was no way to get in and out. Roads were destroyed, telegraph systems were destroyed, the railroad was destroyed. And so because of this disabling of the South, especially in this area, the South started to crumble. And so the Sherman's March to the Sea ended on December the 21st of 1864, and the Civil War ended approximately 4.5 months later. So I hope you learned a lot. Thank you for listening.